The 13-year insurgency in Borno State has brought in its wake infrastructural devastation, with schools and offices mostly affected. The deliberate attack on citadels of learning is understandable due to the insurgents' stand against Western education. However, aside the religious sentiments against Western education, there is no doubt that unemployment is one of the leading factors responsible for terrorism in the Northeast, as the idle hands of youths in their productive years quickly got engaged in acts that have put the region in desperate wait for peace. After over a decade of insurgency, which is yet to be totally contained, and the destruction that followed, the need for recovery in the region has become imperative. The Post-Insurgency Recovery Program gave birth to the 25-year development plan and the 10-year strategic transformation of Borno State Governor Professor Umara Zulum, which is anchored on 5 pillars, one of which is human capital development. These initiatives of the state government gave rise to the establishment of vocational enterprise institutes across the capital city of Maiduguri to boost skills and acquisition of knowledge among youths and vulnerable persons. One of such institutes is Muna Vocational Enterprise Institute. The institution was commissioned among other landmark projects by President Muhammadu Buhari, who lauded the interventions and expressed optimism of a new Borno in the years to come. Muna Vocational Enterprise Institute has 14 departments where students are trained on aluminium fabrication, solar installation, fashion and design, leather work as well as ICT. Others are electrical installations, carpentry and joinery, automobile services, beauty therapy and more.
In ICT department, we do website design, computer management, and then MS Excel and Word, and then Power PPT training. And then also we are into training of skills, that is typing skills. You have to be trained on how to maneuver your computer, that is typing skills. First, you have to know how to do the typing at a faster rate, so that in case of you are employed in all these organizations, I think time is money. And then we have tailoring and fashion design. And tailoring and fashion design, we are into it's a comprise of 3 sub-units. We have the cotton joining first. Second, we have what we call fashion design, and then we have what we call embroidery. Embroidery is dealing with design on the fabrics, but fashion design, it has to do with the way things will look if you wear it. They maybe try to remove this side and then put some different colors. So it's all about fashion design. Electrical and solar, they go together, because the difference between these 2 departments is the source of the electricity. Solar, the source of solar is from solar energy, while the other one is from electricity, but they have most of the similarities. So what they normally do is they do the services, they render services, and then management of the components that do the work of electricity.
Rukaya Erima is in her 8th month of fashion apprenticeship. Her passion for designing beautiful wares for women and men was inspired by her creative thinking, which she wants to improve upon.
Saboda in taimaki kaina da in taimaki sauran jama'a a ciki, saboda dinki gaskiya yana taimakawa mata da wanda ba su da aiki a gida, saboda zai taimake su har ƴaƴansu ya taimake su gaba daya, saboda gaskiya ana samu a cikin dinki sosai, kuma yana taimakon mutane ba dama.
And then the other department, plumbing and pipe fitting, is purely service rendering. We are into building services like waste management, general plumbing practice, and then the last but not least is the vehicle unit. The vehicle unit, the first unit, that is the bodywork unit, is purely dealing with the panel beating work, right from painting, painting, that is priming. Before priming, we do the body work, that is putting the proper shape of the car. Then we apply the putty on it, then do the priming work, and then the final finishing is the painting. The other subunit of the vehicle unit is purely mechanics, that is motor vehicle mechanics, is dealing with the aspect of repairs, detect and repair the problem. It's purely mechanical. And mind you, this vehicle unit is comprised of 7 or 8 units of it. We have lubrication system, electrical system, ignition system, fuel system, suspension system. So in that department, that is the motor vehicle units, we are dealing with the repairs of a car. Then the other one is automotive mechatronics, still under vehicle unit, is dealing with the aspect of detecting problem. Most especially these modern cars, they are hybrid, so you cannot detect their problem unless if you know how to use the device.
And for the past 6 months, consistently, all the 14 units have been vigorously doing well to zoom into action to bring more vehicles for their own interest. In fact, the kids themselves, they move ahead to even bring in their own personal cars, some of their own parent vehicles for painting, for servicing of nozzles, injectors, and all that. So in fact, they really mean business. They really want to learn.
I do not know what leatherwork or shoemaking or even who a cobbler is. But alhamdulillah, with the support of the coordinator of the school and that of my HOD, I am now part of a shoe cobbler. I mean, I can be able to cob shoes despite my disability. At least I can be able to make shoes of any type, both leather and synthetic leathers and the rest of them. And I would like to use this opportunity also to thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, for giving us, particularly in Borno State, this kind of opportunity to venture into skill and entrepreneurship in general.
The institute, which has 1,027 students, has graduated over 800 of them from different fields. Beyond acquiring the basic skills of being certified as professionals after completion of one-year program, some students wish to become entrepreneurs and set up their businesses. They are, however, limited by capital to make these plans visible.
I don't know anything about makeup, hairdressing, or salon and the rest. So it was when I came here, I was able to know more about hairdressing, makeup, hair tie, that's hair gear, gele. That's what we call it, we ladies. So we do pedicure and manicure, different trades. Thank God I was able to learn all these traditional perfumes and air fresheners with the great bottles, like the ones that we used to put on our traditional perfumes. I think I've learned more than I guess. If the government will able to help me, and then I will like to open my own maybe business plan, business shop, or the one that I will be able to help myself and the rest.
Yeah, in fact I'm on open because I lost all my parents, so I can't even afford to further my education. So this is an opportunity because my confidence has even desponded because I cannot afford to go to further my education. But unfortunately I'm very grateful. This is a free education, So I now very confident of myself because I know I can be self-employed and self-dependent right now. This is what I am even proposing. But if time permits and if I gain a lot, if I gain some cash, so I think I can be able to open up my business center and even further my education through the computer. Maybe I will be an computer. I will further education into computer study, into university or any polytechnic inside the Nigeria, across the country.
The center is aware of this challenge and has put in place an exit plan for those who are willing to take up the challenge of becoming employers of labor through startups that will help develop and sustain the country's economy.
Under the directives of His Excellency, we've already designed a startup package for each and every student in the department. And mind you, in Department A, the amount will differ from Department B. Department B will differ from Department C. So we sit down and look at the things critically. So we're able to come up with a tentative bill of quantity for each and every department. Some of the students at the exit will be employed as staffs, as promised by His Excellency, the brighter student among them. And there are some that wanted to merge the like minds. We want to merge them together so that they will open their company, and then government will keep on supporting them. For example, a graduate of plumbing and pipe fitting, building construction, carpentry and joinery, welding fabrication, electrical installation, solar installation, they have something in common. They need each other. So what we wanted to do at the exit, we advise them to merge, maybe from each department two or three like minds, then register their company. They'll venture into building construction. If they can construct a house, that house needs all their services. And if after we are successful, if they agree to join hand and open a company, we'll advise the government to give them, maybe to list them like 10,000-15,000. They said that now our government is into housing construction, then they will do construction. Maybe if they can be, if the government will support them, maybe for 1 year, 2 years, then they will go out, they will start doing on their own. They will even leave the state and go to other states to start operating.
According to the coordinator, Engineer Zakaria Ahmed, the center will offer startup parks for graduates and sustainable plans to source for consumables to run the center.
Anticipation, or hopefully, we hope by next year this house can be able to generate something so that the house can be sustained for a long period of time. Because mind you, this vocational institute is capitally intensive, so we wanted to at least reduce of burden on the government. Because if you can see, even the World Economic Forum, always they are agitating or clamoring for this issue of commercialization or privatization. So we wanted to liaise with outsiders working together at various departments so that we can be able to achieve our goals through commercial activity.
There are many of these vocational training centers across the capital city of Maiduguri. The state government projects that by 2030, over 70% of the population will be productive and self-reliant. Government also plans to ensure that every citizen is actively participating in development. The strategy is to create a peaceful, secured and conducive environment where people can learn rapidly, apply new ideas, build competencies and skills to sustain a purposeful life.